Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I've already gone ahead and put my makeup on because I'm actually in the middle of testing out some products right now, and I was thinking about it. I didn't want to not film a morning chat today, but I knew like during the testing period I wouldn't be able to share what the products are yet. I didn't want to be annoying and put it on without telling you what I was using, so I just went ahead and put my makeup on. So first things first, it was brought to my attention that I did not clearly state when the deadline would be to sign up for my coaching program, where we're going to be working together for 30 days to manage anxiety and other difficult emotions. I don't have a title for my coaching program yet. I mean, I was expecting that I would forget little things here and there just because I'm doing this for the first time, so I'm trying to be more forgiving with myself. But yeah, one of the things that I did incorrectly from the get-go was I didn't give you guys a clear deadline. And because I didn't make that clear here, I wanted to open it up to you guys for one more day if you were interested in joining my coaching program. And the new deadline to sign up will be tomorrow, July 3rd. So the link to the client questionnaire / application will be listed down below in the description box. And the purpose of this is, it'll help me get to know you better, give me a better idea of how I can serve you. Yeah, and just make sure that we're a good fit for each other. And then once I get your application, I'll review it, and then you'll get an email from me with pricing and other additional details. So this program starts in 3 days, which is crazy to me. I'm actually like making my dreams come true. So the first day of this program starts this Thursday, July 5th, and it will run till, I think it's August 4th. 30 days. I've got the home to myself because Brandon went out about 30 minutes ago. He's so funny. Brandon's really been itching to make friends and find a community here. I think more so than me, but there was a day that we fought like a week and a half ago, and then we didn't talk for 2 days, and so much happened during those 2 days that we weren't talking to each other. And one of the things he told me later on after we made up was just all the different like groups that he's joined. I think he joined a few different meetup groups. One of them is like a board game group, so I think they meet on Fridays to play board games, and I think he actually asked me if I wanted to go this Friday. But yeah, what else? He's been looking into becoming a mentor, a big brother. I forget what it's at the Big Brother Big Sister organization, but one of his good friends is a mentor. He's part of the Big Brother thing in Philadelphia, and Brandon applied online. He had his first phone interview last week, and then today that's where he is. He went for his in-person interview, so he's gonna be mentoring some little boy. Kid. I don't know how old he is. I think he's gonna be great at it, so I'm really excited about that. Oh yeah, and the other thing he did was there's like this beach volleyball pickup game that goes on every Sunday or something, so he went to play volleyball yesterday. He's been very active. So the main thing I wanted to share in today's video is this new thing that I recently incorporated into my routine. It's the 5-minute journal. It's brand spanking new. I'll tell you why. In short, this is like a gratitude journal, and I've done like some form of it in previous bullet journals. This is the current notebook that I've been using. The brand is Shinola. It's from Detroit, but I bought this in LA the night of my LA meetup. And I really like this notebook. The pages are super thick. I guess like the lines, it's not my favorite thing. I personally prefer the dotted grid, but yeah, the pages are really thick. They're a lot thicker than the Leuchtturm, the notebook that most people use for the bullet journal. So what I like is I can pretty much use any of the pens in my collection, and there's very minimal bleeding or ghosting. I've slowly started doing a bullet journal again. It's like a bullet journal, but there's also a ton of random notes and planning in here. Nothing that like I'm planning to share necessarily, because yeah, a lot of it is work related and business brainstorming and all that. But yeah, if you guys are subscribed to my weekly newsletter, you know about my obsession with Amanda Rach Lee here on YouTube. She has like a master YouTube channel on like all things bullet journal. But one of the things I learned from her, and she didn't make this up, she adapted it from other bullet journalers, but it's something called a Dutch door. And basically, I just cut the pages here, and my weekly spread looks like this. So I have the main calendar here, which is July, and then I just flip it like this and it's a new week. So I love that. I don't have to draw out this calendar more often than I need to. What was I gonna show you in here? Oh yeah, my gratitude journal. So here's what it looks like really quick. It doesn't say gratitude, it just, the question that I ask myself every morning, right before I get started on my morning pages is, what am I feeling good about this morning? And I'll try to write one thing. Let's see. Been pretty good. I mean, there are certain days that I've missed out on. Yeah, but this is one of the things that I look forward to doing every morning. Not too long ago, this one video popped up for me where Tim Ferriss was giving us a peek into his 5-minute journal. I'll link the video down below, but God, I love Tim Ferriss. I love Tim Ferriss. Basically, in his video, he actually showed us some of the pages of his 5-minute journal, and he's kept one for like at least 4 years now, I believe. I think the first entry he showed us in that video is from 2014, and he's gone through many of these books, and if you watch that video, you'll see that it's so beat up. Like there's tea stains and coffee stains, and he said maybe even blood stains. And yeah, it's his travel companion. He always has it with him. He keeps it by his bedside, etc. The 5-minute journal is also like a format that Brandon uses since he's been journaling, which has been longer than me actually. Surprisingly, he's been journaling for longer than me. But he basically takes the template of the 5-minute journal, and I'll share that with you. But yeah, he takes the template and he just types it on his computer. I prefer pen on paper. That's the really cool thing about this 5-minute journal is you don't have to have this book to incorporate this practice into your life. If you go on the website, they even like show you the pages, and all the pages are pretty much identical minus the little quote and the weekly challenge that's up here. So if you just wanted the basic format, like it's right on their website and you can easily just type it up and like save it into, you know, your notes or Evernote or whatever it is. And that's exactly what Brandon does. He has it written out, and so whenever he does journal, he just copies and pastes the template onto a new Evernote note, and then that's how he does it, and it's pretty quick. So yeah, if you guys follow me on Instagram or you're subscribed to my weekly newsletter, I mean, it's totally not new to you that I do my morning pages. This is a custom stamp I got made when I was in Vietnam, and I was just testing it out, and here I am, lots of me. So I mean, like 3 notebooks to journal in, it might seem a bit like overkill, but they have different purposes. I don't know how I ever survived without doing morning pages. And this right here, this tag is from, I went to an escape room in North Carolina when we were staying with friends, and one of the things before the game started was we all had to make up a name to put on our shirts, and I wrote Glowy Kardashian because my skin was like, it was amazing for the first time in a really long time, and that was when I first started using P50, and yeah, my skin was very glowy Kardashian. So my morning pages, this is my form of therapy, like the cheapest therapy that I wanted to give myself. It's a stream of consciousness writing, longhand, and it's done every morning. So every morning I write for 3 pages. Let me show you a blank one. Oh, so this one is all finished, like that's all done, and I like to write the dates for when I started and finished it. This is the one that I'm currently on. This is my favorite notebook. It's from Muji. So because it's just stream of consciousness writing, you're not like stopping to overthink or overanalyze anything. The goal is to just keep writing. So you're basically like throwing up on paper. And you know, morning pages, like Tim Ferriss says too, it can tend to be more bitchy, complaining, you know, negative, but that's okay. It's a place for you to just be free with all of that without any judgment, and it's not meant for you to share with anyone. It's just for yourself. So this is where I let my mind just roam. And this is where, I flesh out ideas that I have, or, I dissect fights that I've had with Brandon, or, talk about my insecurities for 3 pages. It's been truly amazing. I started this at the end of November when I was like crippled with anxiety as we were packing up to leave Korea. And yes, of course it helps to talk to someone, but sometimes it's the act of being alone with your thoughts and being okay with it and not trying to escape them or, judge them too hard or beat yourself up. So I've been doing this since then, and it's one of my favorite discoveries of my life. So why the 5-minute journal? Why did I want to start doing this too? Well, it's because I want to start and end my day with gratitude in a more focused way. I want to start every morning reflecting on the kind of day that I want to have and how I can make that happen. And then before I go to bed, I want to reflect on how I can improve tomorrow. And the cool thing is, it only takes 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. I know that journaling for a lot of people, it's like, ooh, I can't do that. Like my hand hurts, I can't write for too long, or, what is there to write about, or what if nothing amazing happens? And there's a lot of resistance, I feel, when I've talked about journaling with certain people. So I feel like this is a great place to start if journaling is something you wanted to incorporate. So spoiler alert, if you're one of my coaching clients, this is going to be one of the practices that I'm going to be assigning for you to do every single day during the 30 days that we're working together. And because not everyone would want to spend money on a notebook like this, I've actually created a PDF, a downloadable PDF that my clients can print out and, just get into the habit of it. All right, so I wanted to flip through this book together. The funny thing is, guys, this morning I was telling Brandon, I don't know what I want to talk about in my morning chat today. Maybe I shouldn't film one. And this journal was supposed to arrive this Friday. So it was supposed to arrive 4 days from now. And I just happened to be checking my email right when we got back from the gym. And I saw a status update and it was arriving today. And I was like, no way. I was so excited because what I was doing is that PDF I created for my clients, I printed it out because I wanted to, test it out myself. And I filled out a 5-minute journal page yesterday, and then I did this morning's, because half of it you do at night before bed. So, I was just going to keep using this until my notebook arrived. And then it came today. So I really wanted to share it with you. So this notebook is created by Alex Icon and his business partner, UJ Ramdas. I think that's how you say his name. But yeah, you guys might be familiar with Mimi Icon. She's a YouTuber. She's huge. They have quite a number of successful businesses. Mimi is Alex's wife, and I think she is best known for, she has a pretty huge YouTube channel here where she does hair tutorials, and I believe they have a hair extension business. Anyway, her husband Alex and his business partner, they created this, and Tim Ferriss is a huge fan. I've already said that. In the beginning, we'll just do a little flip through. 5 reasons why you'll love the 5-minute journal. I'll just read a few. It's the simplest, most effective thing you can do every day to be happier. It's a journal for people who don't write journals, and you'll have a snapshot of your days, your weeks, your month, and your years. So this right here, it says how it works. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And I love that. It's a quote from Aristotle. There's some questions in here like, why should I write the journal right upon waking up? Why should I write the journal right before going to sleep? So reasons for doing this right when you wake up is that this journal asks you the precise questions that will create positive habit loops. So it says, why should I write the journal right before going to sleep? And it says, you'll find that the 5-minute journal instantly helps you shift your focus on the positive and short circuits negative thought loops. No matter how your day was, you'll still sleep a little bit better than you would have otherwise. So basically it breaks down the sections in this notebook. So the first thing that you start with is gratitude and why it's important to practice gratitude every day, which you guys know I'm a huge cheerleader for. This is my first entry. I copied what I wrote this morning into the book when I got it. So it starts out with you write the date up here, and then there's a quote. And today's is, be willing to be a beginner every single morning. And then the first prompt is, I am grateful for. And you write 3 things that you're grateful for. What would make today great? That's the second prompt. You write 3 things that would make today great. And actually, when I watched one of the videos for the 5-minute journal, Alex and UJ, they talked about how they wanted to rephrase this question for future books. And instead of saying what would make today great, I think they wanted to change it to what will I do to make today great? Because then that puts you in control of the kind of day you'll have versus, you know, relying on external circumstances. Like, what would make today great, you know, if the weather is nice, but that's out of your control, right? And does that mean if the weather isn't nice, you won't have a good day, you know? So that's kind of how I rephrase the question when I answer it. What will I do today to make today great? And then daily affirmations. I am. It's a simple statement that defines you as you want to be. Every time you write the daily affirmation, you prime your brain to start building this belief in your mind. And with consistency, you will begin to create that change from within. I'll share what I wrote this morning. I wrote, I'm grateful for bulletproof coffee that I make at home. And that's been like a new routine of mine. Number 2, I'm grateful for being a clean and tidy person. Like, one of my things before I go to bed is I have to make sure that our kitchen and dining room is clean, because every morning I do my morning routine there. That's where I journal, prepare my coffee, check emails, check my calendar. So I need that space to be clean and tidy. Otherwise, my mind just feels really cluttered. So every time I wake up and I walk into my kitchen and there aren't dishes in the sink, and when my dining space is clean, I'm really thankful that I was proactive about it the night before. And then number 3, I wrote, I'm grateful for Tim Ferriss and his 5-minute journal, because it was that video that made me buy this book. So the second question, what would make today great, or what will I do to make today great? Number 1 is I wrote doing another rep of offering my program. And what that means is, you know, basically I have to become more and more comfortable offering my coaching program, you know, to you guys, to the world. And because it's something that's still so new and there is discomfort in doing that, I know that it'll only get easier with practice. So that's something that I wrote down. Number 2, working out. And I wrote in parentheses in a T because, oh man, last week I worked out in a tank top, and you guys might have seen this on my Instagram stories, but the workout was power cleans, which is basically, you know, taking a barbell with weights and then picking it up from the floor and catching it, right? So every time I did that, the metal bar was rubbing on my chest. And you guys know my skin is super sensitive and I can't wear jewelry that isn't solid gold. Well, I forgot that I'm also allergic to the barbell, and this particular workout, there were 50 movements, like 50 power cleans. So I was like rubbing it up and down against my chest 50 times. So I had a really bad rash. It was bad. I couldn't work out for a few days after that because it was super irritated. So yeah, what would make today great is working out and remembering to wear a t-shirt and not a tank top. And number 3, what will I do to make today great is knowing exactly what the first video is. And that's referring to my coaching program. I'm still figuring out like what's the first video I want to release to my clients. So just nailing that down and making that decision is going to make today great for me. And then my daily affirmations, I wrote, I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And this was really powerful for me to write down because, you know, I've mentioned in the morning chat where I first told you guys about my coaching program, I know I'm not here on Maui by accident, by mistake, just out of pure luck. I know that, like in my soul, in my bones, I know that. But that doesn't mean that every day I don't wake up questioning, like, how am I gonna do this? Or, you know, just dealing with the negative self-talk and the insecurity that comes from not having that experience yet, right? Like, you can put me in a classroom and I can teach children like on the fly, and I'm pretty great at it. But, you know, I feel like this is like whole new territory, even though it has like the same underlying principles. So I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing reminds me of why I'm here and not get stuck on the how of how I'm gonna do it, but why I'm doing it. And then before I go to bed tonight, right here it says 3 amazing things that happened today. So I'll jot down 3 things. And then the last one is, how could I have made today even better? So I might write 1 or 2 sentences that just, just to kind of plant a seed in my head and see if those are things that I can work on tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, super easy. I'm really excited to have this book filled out. And with daily use, this book will last you 6 months. I'm already picturing this like bookshelf that I'm gonna have with like a bunch of my 5-minute journals. And I actually really like how it looks. I don't know if you can tell, but it's this like kind of linen looking fabric. I hope you guys are having an awesome Monday, or had an awesome Monday, or will have an awesome Monday. I don't know. There's so many time zones now, guys. Now that I'm in Hawaii, I'm thinking about my friends on the East Coast, the West Coast, Korea, Europe, and such a wide variety. So yeah, wherever you are, I hope you guys are doing well. Wishing you an awesome week. Don't forget to check out the application in the link below if you're interested. And also sign up for my weekly newsletter if you haven't done so already. I share 5 things every Friday that I'm thankful for, things I've discovered that I just want to tell you about, or an experience or something that I really enjoyed. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.